fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in no money, what they at you, in no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste a must a man to statue. Say me like a cash, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up him, I got up. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% free.
It burn me
Garbage pile of it.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption peace.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our river. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me
Stibbidim day, stibbidim day, stibbidim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for we in Global TV. Check it.
Good night, and welcome to Global Television. Welcome to the People's Point of View. Thank you for joining us this evening, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening. This evening, we have many things to discuss this evening. We have certain things from PNP 86 to pick up on. We're also going to discuss the dirty, nasty, old tactics of the Jamaica Labour Party in various ways. And we're going to look at other little things. Debbie Jarvis TV, Deb. How are you all doing? Yvonne Bradford, Sunshine. Marcia Thomas, Gloria Morris, John Mack 8766, Yvonne Riley, Pauline Dixon, Marcia Thomas, Jason Kane, Sephian, long time no see. How you do? Miranda Roddock, Cousin Jay Simpson, Patricia Matthews, Natalia Freeman, Violet Watson, E.M., Abina Sarkodie, Joan Dawkins, Jamaican Foodie, Monica Wills, Karen DeMard, Jeanette Beckford, Bros. Good evening, everybody. Like and share the live for me, please. Coletta Turner. Good evening. And welcome, Ronald Dixon. First time seeing you. Good evening and welcome, Hero Botham. Good evening. Thank you all for joining the Global Television group this evening. Georgette Brown. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Cousin Marina, how you do? Wagwan. I'm going to explain why Jamaica is not a Christian country. Because I realize, even in my after comment, a lot of people are enforcing that, of course, Jamaica is a Christian country. Simply what makes a country a Christian country? It is under what is called theocratic rule. The governance system of theocracy are priests rule in the name of God. That's how theocracy works. Abena Sarkodie, how you do? Michelle Lewis Wilson. We are a democracy. Democracies, uniquely, are generally secularism, where they have what is called respect for religious freedom. Within secular democracies, you will have what is called a main or state religion. That doesn't make it a Christian country. Let's look at the Islamic side of it. When a country is an Islamic country, it is ruled by clerics or ayatollahs. That's what makes a country a religious country. It rules under your religious system. Or Western democracies are not ruled under religious system. However, they all observe the Christian religion as their main religion. However, they do have what is called respect for religious freedom, freedom of choice, freedom of thought, freedom of conscience, and the whole of that, freedom of association and assembly. So no, don't be confused by Damian Crawford saying Jamaica is a Christian country. I repeat, Mr. Crawford knew that was a lie when he said it, and he shouldn't get away with it. It's just a plain lie. He knows better. Mr. Crawford is quite an astute man. He's a brilliant educator, best at it. The PNP don't have anything as bright as Damian Crawford. But you lied yesterday, Mr. Crawford. That's the simple truth. Jamaica is not a Christian country. It never was, it never will be. Of course, it's a heavily Christian-based country. Doesn't make it a religious country. So don't walk and talk, so Sarah, don't swear. Keith Salmon, how are you? Joan Bailey. Willie Dunn. Good evening all and welcome. Commissioner Joy is going up for her re-election. Let's have a listen to Commissioner Joy campaign message for her re-election in West Park, Florida. I hope I get that right.
Park, a community that thrives thanks to the dedication of one remarkable leader, Commissioner Joy. Welcome to West Park, a community that thrives thanks to the dedication of one remarkable leader, Commissioner Joy B. Smith. From her early beginnings in England and Jamaica to her current role as a commissioner in West Park, Commissioner Joy's journey is a testament to her unwavering commitment to service and community. Every day, Commissioner Smith's actions speak volumes. Here, she's personally distributing groceries to local residents, ensuring that no one in our community goes hungry.
That's a little something. Not a problem. That's what I do. Just give back to my community. I find the resources and I bring it on in.
Commissioner Joy's hands-on approach exemplifies her dedication. As she runs for re-election, she remains dedicated to making a positive difference.
Hello, everybody. I just want to encourage you to vote for Miss Joy. She's running for West Park Commissioner C3. She's an amazing person. She actually cares about West Park, and she wants to do a lot of things for the community. I encourage everybody to get out there and vote, and she's an amazing person. She's the right person to vote for. I encourage you, remember, C3 for West Park Commissioner, Miss Joy.
Commissioner Joy's passion for supporting our youth is equally profound. At the recent Back to School event, Commissioner Joy was there, handing out backpacks filled with essential supplies. This event wasn't just about school supplies, it was a celebration of our children's future, supported by local law enforcement who provided invaluable training and guidance. And it's clear that Joy's impact resonates deeply.
I remember when I didn't have a car, she would literally drive the food to my house, and that shows her commitment, it shows her heart, and it shows that she is in this position to help the community. And it's not about just being a commissioner or about the title. It's literally for the people and for the community and to make sure that we are on point. Vote Joy.
From personal conversations to community outreach, Commissioner Joy Smith listens, understands, and acts with a heartfelt dedication to improving our city. Her leadership has already brought transformative initiatives, back-to-school drives, essential food distributions, and community celebrations. As she seeks re-election, Commissioner Joy is focused on continuing this momentum. Her vision includes removing red light cameras for smoother commutes, lowering property taxes to ease financial burdens, and fostering economic growth through collaboration with local businesses. Commissioner Joy Smith is also committed to expanding programs for both seniors and youth, ensuring every resident, young and old, has the support they need. And with a renewed focus on reviving cherished traditions like the Goombay Festival, Joy aims to rekindle the vibrant spirit of community that makes West Park truly special.
This is Commissioner Joy B. Smith, and I want to thank you for your continued trust and support. Every decision I make is guided by a genuine concern for our community's need. As I seek re-election, I am committed to building our successes, addressing pressing concerns, and bringing renewed energy to our city. Together, let's continue to make West Park a place where every resident feel heard, valued, and empowered. I ask for your support as we move forward together. Let's keep making our community the best it can be. Once again, this is Commissioner Joy B. Smith, and thank you for watching.
I have a comment on that, but before that, I want to say to Abena Sarkodie, my wholehearted condolences to you and your entire family. The whole Global TV team support you and is behind you in your trying times. All of us will extend our love and our support to you throughout these trying times. Once again, condolences on behalf of the Globalist family. In relation to Commissioner Joy campaign message that I've just played, this is what we want to see from our political representative, rather than standing on the back. Rather than standing on the back, politicians of the past. Because if you look at the brouhaha that is happening in northeastern St. Anne's at the moment, the fraudulent activity going on down there, That fraudulent activity where them are going on, come to the community is on their merit, but them can't come. This is why you see everything is being done in Northeast is done on the back of a dead woman. They're not coming on their track record. They're not coming on their community track record. They can't come on that because they have not been paying attention to you or your concerns. And both parties ride on that, coming on the back of their predecessors, but not being able to shun through. Remember, a lot of you all, when you heard of that sleep with your windows and door open, a lot of you believe that. And we're going to deal with the labor then before we get to PNP, because we're not going to stay long on PNP tonight. But the optics of the labor right in aid of protecting corruption. One may think it do no good, but it not do no good. Let's look back at December, January, or January of this year, when them got the 2 report which concerned Nigel Clark. We had a lot of playing around, dancing all over the place. Them tell we there is no report. Them tell we say the rules never, how them used to do it, I don't saw the rule go. So them have to follow the new rule. The new rules support them. The Attorney General advice support them. We all had that swirling around in public. DT Wagwan. We all had that swirling around in public for months, or for weeks rather, until, I see my color, until when the budget, when Mark Golden, Violet Dury, when Mark Golden spoke about the reports waiting to be tabled, we remember how at that time the narrative run wild. The whole of them came out, and it was narrative after narrative, supported by the same tax dodging media and the same white racist media corporation. Them people that always lead the charge. Mark Golden lie, there's no report. While on the back door, in the back door, they send back the report to the IC, send nothing there. The IC send it back to them. When the IC send it back to them, it turn over upon Miss Curtis. It do our job properly, Althea Johnson. I want a whole heap of galangin. They've only changed the tune. This is the same dance hall. Stacey. It's the same dance hall. Them can't come back to way and behave the way how them behave in the dodging and whiffing of the Nigel Clark 2 report. So this time, let us go on a rant using our media corporation or media lackeys to discredit the Integrity Commission That is the charge that the government, the Observer, and Nationwide is leading. Ask yourself the question, why the Integrity Commission nor the PNP did not leak the information coming out of Nigel report for the weeks that they held that report and danced dizzily in public? Why the Integrity Commission and the PNP them never leak at that time? Whatever report was submitted recently, submitted to 4 JLP members, and 1 public servant. And all of a sudden, things just a leak, so. Because they cannot come back with the same old tactic report, table, or that hot off the press, while go and say, how you do? It cannot be. Them find all sort of excuse when the damning report out against Nigel Clark. All of their lies were exposed after budget, and they were forced to table the report. They can't come back with the same lies. So they have to change the tune, albeit in the same dance hall. Hot off the press, I saw them turn. If you quarrel with them, they must sit down over here. We don't know if I feel mind people business, to learn, or if you what, but them not hit the like button. So their best charge is to let's discredit the IC. So by the time we table the report, they have been totally discredited. Nobody not believe in them. Everybody I got believe say it's a them and the PNP cook up. This is the charge led by the government, its bloggers and its media lackeys. This same government has been targeting the Integrity Commission ever since they're under the probe. Remember, a member of them got shot and briefcase got whisked off them. So them have to change how them tell the lie. But the thing is, it not work. All I want to do, fraudulent election, discrediting the Integrity Commission, doctoral degree, but on the other hand, Northeastern University of Boston, they also have a campus in London, Northeastern University of London. It used to be the College of Humanities in the city. Them lower the standard of PhD. Become participant for them PhD from them website. You can do a PhD in 2 years online. Hey, that's a lowering of the standard. Like really lowering of the standard. Generally, and as a PhD go. Them their master's degree something. Them there a master's degree something, but it look like them a offer MPhil. It look like them a offer MPhil, which is Masters of Philosophy, as doctoral. But never mind them. But all of the optics that been shown at us is all about distortion and diversion. That's why the fraudulent election, they push one out there. So draw one out, that's why I'm pushing me. So none of that make any sense. It's only making sense that you're trying to distract the people. It only makes sense that you're trying to distract in the week of the People's National Party conference. No, not from 2019. Hot off the press after COVID hit in 2020 near to summer or in a springtime 2020. And him say after COVID, just after COVID hit, some would have started somewhere in a 2020. Ask yourself this question though. How could your prime minister that is running so much office, the prime minister of the country, the minister of defense, with other portfolios under his belt, with a tirade of people in his office reporting to him, how your prime minister managed to do in-depth accelerated research? Because doing a PhD in 2 years, that's an accelerated research. And if anyone understands accelerated study, it is even more strenuous than the normal process. Because what you're doing, you're trying to cram 2 years worth of work into 1 year. That's what the accelerated studies mean. I don't know if it's accelerated, but something tells me that a PhD, a 2-year PhD, is either accelerated or undercut. Either accelerated, Sharon Bernard, or undercut. But a fuss in the academic world, may I hear say, you can do a PhD, a full-time PhD in 2 years. The private university look like them a walk and sell PhD. That's all me can think about. I still don't know I sell PhD. After selling that the in-depth research and writing in a 2 years? Are you crazy? Northeastern University? This is, I don't know. Debbie, even when you're doing even just a normal administrative Monday to Friday job, it is very strenuous, even doing a bachelor's degree, never mind a PhD. A PhD is extensive, in-depth research. Your final paper is like writing a book. How did the prime minister, a busy prime minister, get the time to be studying for a PhD while running a country through what he claims to be calamity and all sorts? So during COVID, when your prime minister should be running the affairs of the country, while your prime minister was telling you that God made the vaccine, and all the lie in charge around the country, with some of it supported by Mark Golding and the PNP. At that time, the prime minister was busy introducing fear into the psyche of the people while trampling over your fundamental rights at the same time. The extortionate fees you pay people with gun, we catch with gun, no pay so much. That prime minister had all the time. I wonder if before or after the election in a 2020, you start studying prime minister. It really baffles me as to how our prime minister, running such a busy portfolio still have the time to do an in-depth research and write a thesis? I don't know how that works. And to Northern Caribbean, Northern, me keep calling it Northern Caribbean, sorry, not Eastern University, Boston. Northeastern Boston. A 2-year full-time PhD. That's either selling it or lowering the standard. In any normal university, a part-time PhD is 6 to 7 years study. A full-time PhD is 3 to 4 years study. Who wanna read this? But never mind, in a private university, when you can walk and put out a stall. When you can walk and put out a stall as much as you like. But no amount of corruption, misinformation, distraction, narrative that the JLP caucus come with at the moment. Because they hard at work, Observer, Nationwide, CVM, the vlogger them all over Twitter, they're rolling in their vomit over there. Those on TikTok, they are just rolling in shame. And them dry eye with it. That's the problem with labor rights and shame. They're very dry eye with it, as Granny would have said. Puss broke coconut in a them eye. Because they're very shamelessly dry-eyed. They will walk a mile through muddy water to protect and defend corruption. I beg to be sorry for the mindset of some of the children that listen to these adults, as some you know, and take instruction from them. Because when you see an egg and you're going to decide it's a fruit, it only looks like an egg, but it's a fruit. We've lost it. If you're going to teach the younger generation that this egg is a fruit, it only looks like an egg, may I tell you, something wrong. This is why we can be played and we can be fooled. Because we're not teaching the truth to the next generation. We're teaching them political tribalism, which will not change our situation, not anytime soon. The easy jerk, well, not anytime soon. Until, as I said before and will continue to say, politics stop being about JLP and PNP in Jamaica and becomes about Jamaica and Jamaicans. We're not going to have much change. Leonard Simmons. Not much at all. But the lies, the misinformation coming from this government. Andrew Holness is not the only one responsible. The entire Labour Party, 48 strong with him, all stood behind Andrew in whatever blunder he came with over the last 8 years. Beat and teach, wagwan. Whatever blunder him come with over the last 8 years, the party went along with it. He had no pushback. Therefore, an Anjowan wicked, an Anjowan thief, the entire Alibaba throne is behind him. Nobody pushed back. Nobody called him out. Everybody treated him like the dear leader he claimed. And this is why you see the labor right them shamelessly using narrative and locomotive media in the name of nationwide CVM and Observer to fight their war against the people, because we've had a prime minister who's been mobbed by corruption investigation. Not just the prime minister, Christine Gilbert, how you do, but his Alibabas along with him, 8 of them are under criminal probe. Illicit enrichment can only be from the proceed of crime. Illicit enrichment can only be from the proceed of crime. What crime have they committed? Fraud, money laundering, embezzlement, drug deal. What is it? So because the whole of them know, sir, all of this coming out is going to be damning for the prime minister. They make sure they're on a media swirl to discredit the IC. So by the time the prime minister has been thrown to the wolves, everybody are going to run around and say, but the IC don't credible because the IC leaked to the papers, the IC leaked to the PNP. But how is it though that all of the leaking come out, James, since the labor right them get the report? And them have the report, you know. How did Cliff Hughes get so much details from the report? I wonder if Cliff Hughes, I wonder if the investigation, Cliff Hughes and the whole of them, Arlene Foster, really still want that investigation? And who will it show that leaks came from? And why is it that the Nigel Clark reports were such a long, winding debacle for weeks? And the IC now, the PNP, never even release a dime, never even leak a dime from those reports. Why? Josh, good evening. Why them never leak? Look on the debacle what we have for weeks over those 2 reports. We never even know them have to do with Nigel. We never know what they are about. We only know report was there from the FSC or whatever to be tabled. Real see. Why all of a sudden now, these reports, as soon as them hand them to Juliet, we have leaks left, right, and center. Colin Richards. Ask yourself the question. Why them have the report? For the media leak the report, but other people get blamed for it. How it makes sense? How does that make sense? None of the distraction. Come on, Green. Murdo, come on, me not getting a mix up right now, because let me turn to the PNP. No. I mean, on the PNP people are vile, but stay with it. When you're having an event such as a conference, there is messaging, there is narrative, and there is optics. You first have to have a message. Your narrative is what explains your message. The optics is the first impression of your messaging. And I've always been saying for quite a long time, the People's National Party is not doing well. Just, anxious like me. The Prime Minister say he's eager. The Prime Minister say him eager. Me anxious more than you, Josh. You stay there. I've long been saying the People's National Party needs to pay attention to PR. PR, it's what people pay attention to. And I don't think the PR advice of the People's National Party is quite yet together. When you come in an occasion like this, if your PR, if your message and your optics align together, you walk away with a broad success because your message will resonate if the optics is right. On the adverse, though, you can come with a good message, as Mark Golding did yesterday. He came with a good message. The optics, though, was off. And by that, what had happened is the message get drowned in a negative or off-key optics. That is how PR works. If the message is bad and the PR, the optics is turned up, you will get away with that. We've seen Andrew Holness done that. The message wasn't there, but the optics was turned up. Why? We are judged on first impression. The optics is like your first impression, is what people generally walk away with. Even though the message is great, it was an excellent policy-based message from Mark Golding yesterday. But because certain optics weren't right, it drowned out the message sent by Mark Golding yesterday. And me still, come here, go play a little snippet. Me still want the PNP to tell me how much money them get from LA and if the money real or fake.
is just warm up. Now, today is our 86th party. You take up the one half of it, and put on the other one, 7-7. So people, PNP's got to take it to them this year. PNP's got to win this year. PNP can't lose this year. Maroon government, serve them. Serve. Let me hear from the council, Miss Lewis.
Now, what that did, Mr. Golden, and you can look over social media today, your message, Mr. Golden, is being drowned out by those optical narratives. Even today in a later video, me hear LA say, him going to 2.7 million. Bear in mind, LA children, LA 2 children at Coburn Garden, junior, primary and junior high, are on the PATH program. But LA Lewis claimed to have given the People's National Party 2.7 million Jamaican dollars yesterday. Could the party verify that facts? Those are the things that drowned out Mark Golden, among others, which I spoke about this morning. A brilliant message from Mark Golden. Those are the optics that drowned out a brilliant message. Because the optic was off key, Mark Golden. Very little is being said about your brilliant policy argument that was presented, even though we still have to wait to see it in a manifesto and then wait to see policy paper of it and implementation of it when it come to power. But they were policies to vote for, I must admit. But not much of that, Mr. Golden, has been spoken about today in the media. The optics, Mark Golden, because of bad PR yesterday, is what people are paying attention to. Drowning out a message which should be center of the debate amongst the journalistic community today. That's why PR matters. Your first impression matters, Mr. Golden. And it is the optics that is your first impression. It is what people walk away with. Let's listen to Dr. Campbell respond to the media criticism of some of yesterday's circus type of things that went on.
LA Lewis on the stage here today. What is that all about?
As well.
Cartel and LA Lewis on the stage here today. What is that all about?
As well. The Maroon Chief from a compound is also here with us today. We are the People's Party. We're a party that has always been the home of Jamaicans from different areas of the society. We believe in the cultural industry, we believe in the sports industry. We have caused those areas to be developed where they have caused people to break the shackles of intergenerational poverty. So it's a public session of the conference where everyone is welcome. And individuals are going to come, they're going to show their support for the party that they think will treat them best. And that's what you saw here today. But remember that music has always been infused into politics in Jamaica.
Not psychic, but we just come to represent for our people then at this time politically. And the vibes is nice, so I just think.
Politically, what would you change about Jamaica right now? What bothers you, what disturbs you?
No, what bothers me and what disturbs me are the same sentiment the people them are the right as a share. That's why I'm here. So Mr. Golden will make it clear.
One, on the issue of Chief Curry as a head of state, optically and from a diplomatic point of view, the approach, Mount Golden and your team, was not professional. To invite the chief ahead of state and to also have a pretentious puppy show in the building, never mind putting him on the stage flaunting money, was one of the circus of yesterday's conference, Mr. Golden. In relation to Chief Curry's speech at the conference, I want to make it clear to the public. I saw nothing where Chief Curry spoke politically. In my view, Chief Curry spoke as a unifier. As a unifier. That is how it came across to me. I didn't see a political overtone to Chief Curry's speech. In the geographical structure of how we align in Jamaica, there ought to be unity between the state's governance and a diplomatic relation. This government refused to do so because of them one-manship, upmanship, badmanism. It's the first government we know to totally denounce, disregard, or refuse to have relationship with the Maroon community. That needed to be restored. Chief Curry never spoke political. He spoke as a unifier. But we know the Labour Party, vlogger them, and the disgruntled Rise United vloggers are going to paint that picture. Are you all saying there should be separatism of us and the Maroons, or there should be unity? Ask yourself that question. The issue is not whether Cartel is a PNP. The issue is not whether he visited the conference or not. Any Jamaicans, any PNP supporter is allowed to. It's public. Staging is a different thing. Staging is quite much of a different thing. Just like Damien, I come tell with the lies, say, Jamaica is a Christian country. I would like Damien to come out here and explain how we get there. Please do. If I don't lie, I tell Damien Crawford. Explain to the people why we're a Christian country and how a Christian country is run and governed. Don't come out here, come tell no lie, my youth. Just be honest with the people. We have more church than anywhere else in the world. Franklin Brown. We have more church than anywhere else in the world. We're violent more than most countries in the world, Damien. And that Christian country you would want to live in. PNP is a Christian party. Damien, those narratives are deliberate lies. I want to stop it. Me not come out here, come support no political party. Me a Jamaican, me no JLP, no PNP. Me not a dog in the fight. The only dog we have in the fight is the people of Jamaica. So I don't have to come out here, come back up, no support, no tell life, no anyone on me come out here and want question. Me question. And Damien Crawford lied yesterday. And Damien Crawford must come out and retract the lie or support the lie. It's one of the two. But you can't come on a stage and tell such a blatant lie and expect Jamaican children, as an educator, Damien, to walk around the world and tell people Jamaica is a Christian country but them can't explain to you how a Christian country is run. It's a lie, Damien. It is a lie. And you need to correct it. Don't let people walk away believing it's true. It's not. You're going to have to show how come we're a theocratic country and we never know about it. Just like how Matthew Samuda resigned and we never know about it. So stop walking and tell the lie, please. Enough of it. And just like how the Labour them now go get away with 1 inch of them, you know. We no now go get away with the 1 yard of food, you know. If I lie, I just lie. I just say go. If I lie, I lie. So just be honest with the people when I approach them. But I tell you people all the while, the game of politics, you say if you don't learn it, it is literally a game. And until you start view it as a game, I tell you all the while, you're going to be played out of it. Me and you cannot help that it is a game. That's the global structure of politics. And us, Jamaica set it so. And the British and the American and the Western empires them set it so. But what you have to do is to learn the game. Play the game to your advantage. The issue with us now, we are playing the game to our political representative advantage, who refuse to share the success, the earnings, the gain, and the wealth or whatever with us. Hence, they steal so much of it. But if we play the game to our benefit, like making sure they don't depend on our vote, even when doing nothing, they have to work for our vote, they will do something more for us. But if they know that they can come to us and always get the power they want, they're never going to do much. That's us not playing the game in to our advantage, Norman. If we need something out of this political madness, we're going to have to learn the game, play the game to our advantage. As long as you continue to play it to their advantage, they're the only one that's going to benefit. And I think we've all seen it. We've all seen it. So until we start to play to our advantage, it is going to be just them that benefits. We not go get a cockafart out of it. Not a cockafart. We're going to get over it. Silent listeners, can 50 of you silent listeners, at least 50 of you silent listeners, can you hit the like button for me, please? At least 50 of you silent listeners that has not hit the like button yet. Can you hit the like button for us? Or me have to come out here come play Rastology and L.A. Lewis recording. Like the people business, the Juices story them wanna love. The Juices story them wanna hate me for. I love to hear them, but I don't hate when them come out of my mouth. And that I don't want. No, me say for that I don't want. My channel is about educational, revolutionary people's movement. It's not about me seeking audience or following. That's why I'm feisty and ill-mannered. Because I'm not looking for people to support me. I'm looking for people to wake up and to be aware of the global and domestic circumstances and structure of the world. That's my aim. I don't want to celebrity. I don't want to be held up. I don't want to be cherished. I don't want to be loved. Me no have that what you call the mindset. I don't have that vampiristic mindset. Me can take the rough and tough and the rough and tumble. So when I speak, I don't speak to appease people, or I don't speak to make you happy and comfortable. Our life has been very tough and uncomfortable since slavery to now. And if you cannot take a tough and uncomfortable conversation, then you cannot just imagine what our freedom fighters has gone through to allow us to have this level of conversation. So when we speak, it's not I do not run a coercion clinic. I do not run what you call it, nursery, the ego nursery. I don't get into those things. I don't get into the lobby-dubby of coercing your ego. That takes a long time, because to do that, I have to try and understand what will irritate you, what will juke you, and what will finger you. And that is going to waste a lot of my time to search for the words to speak to you in order not to hurt you. It's a lot. This is why you see people who do that. They go in a and arming and swirling and whirling. I don't have time to that. That's the long version of things. I like to get straight to the point. I don't like the game playing. So if you're hoping for me to play game, especially in the political side of things, don't waste your time. I'm not prepared to do that. I do not see politics in the light of tribalism, meaning I don't have support to either or either. I'm a policy-driven person. If it's a policy that I think is beneficial in developing Jamaica economically, socially, politically, financially, however, I will work with it. What I won't do is heartedly and blindly support my political party to the destruction of the country. I don't believe in that. I really don't. And I'm not going to play those dangerous games, because what you're also doing, you're also lying to the younger generation. So you keep the sleep going on for much longer, because you've come along and you confuse the next generation rather than giving them information to help them to become more aware. This is why I am a social justice activist, not political. Of course, politics is everything we do. So we have to discuss it and we have to scrutinize it. But what I don't do is base my work that I do based on politics. I'm not going to fight that battle. Look at how it has been for our country. We have both JLP and PNP supporters fighting over power for decades. Where are we as a country? Either in stagnancy or we have gone backwards. I mean, can we try something else? Can we put ourselves at the forefront of it now? People look in a December, me 15. You mean to say me would have to sit down and I play Carlos Gray one? And I play the continuous tribalism that gets nowhere? Come on, Jamaica. We can't continue to say we want better and we want change, but we're not a part of it. We're asking for change from the same corrupt set of criminals where every cycle we give them power. They've become more corrupt with it. And we are asking them to change. I mean, if that is not madness, we are asking them to change, you know. And we're willing to close our eyes between nomination to voting day, to vote for more of the same that we were complaining about before nomination and that we are going to complain about after election. But we vote for more of it. There's a derangedness about our politics. If you're not Jamaican, you can't understand it. There's a deranged psyche in our politics where if you're not Jamaican, you won't be able to work out. Stay you could go suffer too. But the sad part though, it is our reality. It's literally is like that. And my appeal to the Jamaica people, change will not come with our politicians. Trust me. If you're waiting for that, just book your ticket for destruction. It is all of us. It's the duty of all of us to come on board. But there are step by step where we're going to have to do it. One of the things that we need to start doing, current period, is to learn to criticize ourselves, accept where we have failed, accept our responsibility in our failures. And then we start to look for solution. You see, as long as we're going to blame the white man, Britain, America, slavery, Siaga, Manley, PJ, Portia, Bruce, Angel, Mark, we're not going to move. We're going to continue in the cycle of blame game. We have been doing it for over a century. Blame game, blame game, blame game. We're going to have to take responsibility for us holding ourselves back. The Chinese never sit down and feel pitiful for themselves, nor did the Indians. The Indians take an approach, the Chinese take an approach to do for self. Attain power within the global structure. Because if you don't have it, you don't matters within the structure. What we continue to do as people, as state, is blame the slave master, go back to the slave master, beg and borrow every day, and then locally at home, we blame the corrupt thieves that tribalizes us. And every election cycle, them come and fool us and would roll over and would pay for us, cheat us cheaply. But after they get what they want, we go back to a full cycle of blaming and complaining. Can we move away from that? We've stuck in that for too long, Jamaica. Let's move away from the tribalism and the blame game and start look for solutions. Otherwise, we are on a hiding to nothing at all. We are on a hiding to nothing at all. That's why everybody come. Dolores will get to take them glorious liberties of us, will earn off of us, will enrich themselves off of us. No form of improvement for us, though. We're turning more and more scholarly. We're turning to scholar more and more. But when we talk truth, how the life drop, it's the problem amongst us. We're going to have to be able to tolerate discomfort. That's why Jamaicans are very far off from a revolutionary move to change the country. If you cannot take an uncomfortable conversation, you would not be the type to go there to protest, even to the risk of your arrest. You're not ready yet. Jamaica, you're not ready yet. The question is, though, how did we get here when you look at the history of the rebellious spirit we've had? How, Jamaica, did we get here? I want to thank you all very much for being here with us tonight on the People's Point of View. Ransford McLean. Join us back tomorrow for the At a Glance program. Drive Time London never come to the because I did a bit busy. So, you know how it go. Alexandria, Whittingham, good evening, first time seeing you. But if we want it answer, it have a answer. It just had a answer. Anyway, wanna like and share the live. I look like my live not have like button. My live don't have like button, so I'm afraid to hit the like button. My live don't have super chat. It don't have super sticker and them something there. It just have a screen for you to come sit down and watch. That's how it go. Support the thing, man. Support the thing. A lot of work we put into bringing information to you, where we not come chicken like nationwide. We not come chicken like nationwide and certain bloggers where just a manipulate you for them party political gain. But me notice with the Jamaicans, when they don't like education, the hardest way to get through to you, Rosemary, on social media, generally, I'm afraid of information. When I like take away Thank you very much, bro. Wanna like takeaways. Wanna like the quick cook meal, pushing out microwave and warm up. This is not a quick fix, my people. It is really not a quick fix. We've got some hard work to do. And the longer we get on board is the harder it's going to be. The longer we take to come on board, the harder it's going to be. The world is changing. There's a new power grab in the world, geopolitically, where a lot of people don't recognize there is that power grab going on. And the wholeness move is to grab more of that power under a republic by attaining more land. One knows that land and resources is the top reason for war in this world outside of religion. Land and resources outside of religion are the main reasons for war on this planet. Wake up to what the world is, my people. Don't just be caught in surprise. Them now go tell you, say, and them fracking and drilling are cause tremors. Them come in front of the bullet pulpit and them tell you, say, because of climate change, expect more disasters. We can't continue like that. We need to wake up. It's only to sleeping people, Kool-Aid drinkers. They can come and tell them blatant lie and spread those blatant misinformation. Because putting you in fear gives them more power to play with. Thank you very much, and good night from the Global Television Group.